tonight?
Unbelievably proud. I think this is the most resilient team I've ever been a part of, and I say that wholeheartedly. We've had a lot of mishap happen throughout the course of the season. I think throughout the course of it all, we've stayed resilient, and you guys get to see us at our best when we stay together and be resilient. So shout out to my girls tonight because I think it took everybody. Everyone played a piece, played a role, and I think that's how we got the dub.
2 point guards out in one night, your superstar still in street clothes, and a 2-game skid picking up speed. That's the storm Indiana walked through to face Chicago. And the first clean 3 Lexie Hull let fly, it didn't just drop. It unclenched a locker room. Watch Caitlin Clark on the bench when it goes down. Full grin, both hands in the air like she drilled it herself. One make and the whole building exhales. The crowd feels it, the sideline feels it, and suddenly the offense looks like it remembers what it is.
We're back home, baby, let's go! Back in the W column. Well, I got you. Hey, that's a big guy, baby. Point guard.
The backdrop matters. Indiana had been rolling on the West Coast until Phoenix and LA slammed the brakes. Not polite losses, teeth rattlers that shake belief. Meanwhile, Clark had already been out since mid-July with that quad/groin issue, no date circled for return. Then the desert got cruel. Sydney Colson's knee went, Ari McDonald's foot went, and in a blink, the Fever's depth chart at point guard went from thin to non-existent. Trade window? Closed. 10-day help? Not in time. If there was ever a night where a young group might lean on excuses, this was it.
Obviously we lost our last 2, but I think, I don't know, that LA one felt good for us because we didn't quit. And then, life happened the other night at the Valley, so we could have looked at it like, oh, woe is me, and, we don't have enough players, and we didn't. So shout out to our group for just staying confident and staying ready because, it's a professional league and we have to be ready and we can't make too many excuses about it because no one's going to hand us anything. So we might as well look at it for what it is and keep showing up.
Stephanie White had to choose between complicated and possible. She picked possible. Strip the playbook. Use Aaliyah Boston as the elbow hub. Ask Sophie Cunningham to toggle into secondary handler. Give Kelsey Mitchell the keys at the 1, even though her DNA is pure bucket. By committee sounds like coach speak until you realize it's actually trust. We're going to share the steering wheel and live with the bumps.
Which means you don't have any healthy point guards and you're not able to sign anyone for tonight's game. Just for tonight specifically, what is your plan kind of running point?
We'll have to do it by committee, certainly. We've been utilizing AB to initiate offense throughout the course of the season, so we'll use her, continue to use her. Sophie, at times this season, particularly early, ran some of the point for us as well. So we'll utilize her and Kelsey can initiate offense too. So I think the most important thing is that we aren't going to be able to do every play in our arsenal. We'll have to play a big lineup. We'll have to simplify. But we've got players who are capable of getting us into offense and we'll utilize them in such a way.
Now to Hull. For 2 weeks, the rim had been a thimble, 2 for 25 from deep, a brutal 0 for 8 in Phoenix, and even the open ones looked heavy coming off her hand. Slumps mess with timing more than mechanics. A shot that used to be instant catch, rise, release becomes catch, think, hope. After the Mercury loss, Kelsey Mitchell gave her a simple promise. We still need what you bring. I'm counting on you to keep pulling. Players hear that. It's permission to stay aggressive.
What was kind of the last month like? How do you stay out of your head or listen to the right people? What is that balance like? As you know what you need to do. Take us kind of what's that like?
Yeah, I think for me, it's focusing on doing the right thing, taking the right shots, being in the right place, focusing less on the outcome of things. Missed shots happen. It's going to happen in everyone's career. And to just really focus on getting the next good one. I think that's the whole mindset. And we know we have confidence in every single person on every shot that they take. So, just keep shooting.
Chicago entered thinking they were catching Indiana at the right time. 4 tries against the Fever this year, 4 losses. Nothing agitates a locker room like that kind of sweep talk. Their plan was obvious. Pressure the ball, disrupt rhythm, make the committee earn every dribble. Early possessions were wobbly. Mitchell probed, pulled back, Sophie toggled. Boston offered a relief valve. Then the ball swung to Hull in stride. No hitch, no flinch, just clean mechanics and a clean swish. For a shooter, That's not 3 points, that's oxygen.
Williams gonna have to hurry. Off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Lexie Hull catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
The difference after that make was subtle and huge. Hull didn't sprint into heat check madness. She hunted the right shots, slot trails, corner relocations, step-ins off drive and kick, and her feet were set before the pass arrived. 4 of 6 from 3, 17 points, a game best plus 22. The numbers are tidy, the film is louder. With her confident and spaced, Indiana's actions breathe. Cuts get sharper. Boston's catches are deeper. Chicago's help can't sit in the lane and dare anyone to shoot.
Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Hull benches up. Caitlin Clark with a big grin.
And Kelsey Mitchell? She rewired herself in real time. For 7 seasons, she's been the player who scores in every way. Blow-by, snatchbacks, pull-ups. Running a team is different. You give up early looks to turn good shots into great ones for someone else. You read the second defender before she moves. You probe, not to score, but to bend the weak side so the skip finds a seam. It wasn't smooth at the tip.
Crazy that I'm like, when the song comes on, just like it's all there. Like you just gotta believe it, and I think Lexie knows that we believe in her. Our last game in Phoenix, I think we all were just a bit emotional about everything, and I think me and Lexie had an emotional moment because no one shot well, and I want her to know that we gonna count on her for what she brings to the table every night, and I'm gonna always stand by my teammates, so you never have to worry about that.
Then she started seeing it. Hesitate to freeze the low help, slip a pocket to Boston, push in transition and feed Cunningham in stride. And when Chicago sagged off the pass, remind them you're still Kelsey with a step back 3 or the soft floater off glass. 8 assists, 1 turnover, and not a hint of complaint about touches. That's leadership you can trust in a playoff series.
It's now Van Lith on the island. Mitchell trying to create a little separation. Oh, the Hesse and the scoop off the window. Kelsey Mitchell.
Can't guard her off the bounce. The hezzy, the floater, the kiss off the glass.
Creates the baseline back up top. Working again. Westbelt. Step back 3. Rolls it in. And that is a long 2 this time.
Boston did what anchors do. Made everything around her calmer. Offensively, she turned into a pressure release at the nail. Handoff, rescreen, short roll, pocket dime, soft finish. Defensively, she took the panic out of rotations with verticality, early tags, and a stubborn rebounding presence that killed Chicago's second chance oxygen. You don't rave about Aaliyah by counting highlights. You appreciate how many bad situations never become problems because she's in the right place first.
Coming off the screen, trying to create some separation. 2 comes up to Boston and trickles in.
What separates this Fever group from last year isn't just talent. It's the way the culture holds under stress. Hull's slump didn't become a freeze-out. Her teammates kept finding her in rhythm. And when the ball finally cooperated, the celebration was full-throated. Aaliyah flashing double threes, Sophie wrapping Lexie in a squeeze, Clark beaming from the sideline. Mitchell's position switch didn't turn the offense into your turn, my turn. You saw purposeful movement to create the same touches in smarter spots. That stuff looks small on broadcast. It's everything in the huddle.
Yeah, Kelsey, you obviously had to play out of position tonight, kind of fill that point. Had a season high 8 assists. Just how did you try to embrace that for this game? And
oh man, I haven't played point guard. I was telling the girls I haven't played point guard maybe since college, and so that was different. But I think it brings out the vulnerable side of me, the leadership in which I need to keep getting better at and keep growing at. I think being in this PG position kind of helps with that. And I think I believe in my team. So seeing my assists, go up is just because of these girls. We have an unbelievable chemistry when it comes to, seeing and reading each other. So I think they made me look good tonight.
Chicago's defense got trapped between choices. Shade to Mitchell as a scorer and she throws behind your rotation. Play her as a passer and she eats your space with that hesitation into the lane. Load the paint to crowd Boston and the skip finds Hull in a shooting pocket. Try to crash the offensive glass to steal momentum, and Boston ends the possession before it starts, leading to runouts where Cunningham tests your back pedal. The Sky wanted this to become a rock fight. Indiana turned it into a clinic. 92-70, a 22-point statement and a 4-game season sweep that feels bigger than a tidy stat in the recap.
More settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
There's a possession I keep replaying. Chicago jumps Mitchell near half court. She gives it up early, relocates instead of spectating, and sprints it to a shallow cut that drags the defender just enough. Boston catches at the elbow, holds the weak side help with her eyes, then drops a bounce to a baseline flash. On the lift, the ball finds Hull, and she doesn't think, she trusts. Net. That's 5 players sharing the same idea. That's what a committee looks like when it's real.
Again, no Sydney Colson out for the year with the ACL tear. Lexie Hull, though, the bucket and the foul. He's dealt with so much scoring adversity lately.
Yeah, terrific baseline execution. She comes off the curl. Tell you what, this Fever team is going to be very dangerous no matter the roster.
Oh, Lexie Hull. Heat checking her napalm era right now.
Hull's last triple was the exclamation point. Late clock, crowd humming, she sized it, remembered Phoenix, and let it fly anyway. When it splashed, the smile wasn't cocky. It was relief, joy, and maybe a little gratitude. Shooters live for that moment. Not because of the points, but because it confirms the work is still the work. The Fever didn't just win a game. They re-stretched their floor for the stretch run.
Lexie, that final 3-pointer kind of felt like the perfect end of that night. Just if you could just talk to me about the celebration, how much of a relief that was for you, just kind of to punctuate it like that.
I mean, it's fun. You know, that the crowd was behind us today. It's fun to walk out of the gym on a high note and on a make. And yeah, I mean, I saw the time going down, so I was trying to pull out my inner Kelsey Mitchell.
Mitchell's post-game honesty mattered too. She admitted playing the one demanded a vulnerable side, more communication, more patience, a different rhythm. That kind of admission from a star signals to everyone else that adjustments aren't punishments, they're investments. White, meanwhile, kept the spotlight on the group, connected, unselfish, resilient. Coaches say culture all the time. It rings different when the team just proved it on a night where 100 excuses were available.
I mean, you guys are unfortunately kind of familiar with injury updates this season, but I imagine yesterday's was probably pretty tough. Just what's the reaction been from you guys, the players, the coaches, to losing Sid and Ari?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, just brokenhearted for them. You know, they're 2 really good people that you hate to see this happen to. You know, they've been an integral part of what we've been doing, and so hate it for them. You know, unfortunately, it's part of the deal, and we've got to roll with it. And you know, we've got players in that locker room who believe in one another, players in that locker room who are as competitive as all get out. We've got versatility, and it's going to have to be on full display. You know, so I think now it's about playing to honor them, right, and playing for them.
The human piece shouldn't get lost. Colson and McDonald's seasons ended on routine plays they've executed for years. That stings. The Fever's answer, play for them, gives the next month a layer you can't simulate in practice. Teams bond over shared obstacles. They harden when the response to those obstacles creates a shared identity. Nights like this turn into shorthand. One glance in a tight fourth quarter down the line and someone will say, Chicago, and the entire bench will nod. What does it mean for the playoff picture? 3 things. First, the Fever can solve problems on the fly. If traps come, they trust the short roll. If legs are heavy, they trust their half-court spacing. If a shooter is ice cold, they trust the next shot instead of hiding her. Second, they've banked reps in adversity. Those reps spend like cash when whistles get weird in October. Third, they just made every scout's job harder. The no-Clark pressure the ball plan isn't so simple when Mitchell shows she can orchestrate and Hull punishes sunk help.
And then Lexie, what was it like to finally break out of that slump, and especially on a night when
Solid air.
when they needed you to?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. It feels good to see the ball go through the net. But I think, you know, every game, regardless, you know, you're making shots, you're not, it feels really, really good to have your teammates behind you. And I definitely feel that every day. And it's fun. It was fun today to get to celebrate some of those.
Now, think about the re-entry. Plug Clark back into an attack that just learned to create advantages different ways. Mitchell, comfortable toggling between Hunter and table setter. Hull, decisive with 0 flinch. Boston, still the heartbeat. Clark returns as the engine and the supercharger, stretching defenses with 30-foot gravity, weaponizing those same short roll reads and turning committee possessions into a symphony. That's not a feel-good story. That's a bracket headache.
Just to add to that, I think Kelsey's not giving herself enough credit. Her and Sophie putting themselves before the team, making sure that they're sacrificing, playing out of position, doing things that they don't normally do, maybe uncomfortable, but I think they both really did a great job of sacrificing in those moments and doing what the team needed to do.
My girl, sexy Lexie.
Beyond the tactics, there's the math they handed Chicago, 92-70, and it looked about that comfortable. It wasn't a hot shooting mirage either. It was pace control, decision-making, and a defense that squeezed the sky into late clock prayers. 4 for 4 against one opponent in a season is about matchups, sure, but it's also about attention to detail. Indiana didn't gift Chicago transition runways. They limited live ball turnovers, won the glass in the moments that matter, and kept the scoreboard moving even when the game slowed. That's sustainable basketball.
Cunningham thought about it this time, puts it on the deck. A deflection, bodies flying to the floor. Mitchell controls, 8 to shoot. Mitchell, hesitation in the paint. The floater off the window.
And here is Kelsey Mitchell getting downhill. Little sidestep into the floater.
Pivoting, pirouetting, tough shot, well defended. Mitchell trying to attack Allen. Step back tray. Mitchell buries it.
If you're the rest of the league, you take 2 notes from this film. 1, the Fever won't panic if you knock out Plan A. They'll reroute through Boston, they'll live in delay actions, and they'll trust Hull and Cunningham to make you pay for conservative help. 2, their bench energy isn't an act. It fuels runs and keeps them from splintering when the second quarter gets messy. Those are the traits that turn good regular season teams into nasty playoff outs. Back to where we began. One shot can tilt a season. Hull's first make against Chicago didn't guarantee anything, but it changed everything about that night and reminded the Fever who they can be without and later with their superstar. Mitchell's 8 dimes told you the offense isn't small just because the rotation got small. Boston's steadiness told you the foundation is the foundation no matter who's dribbling. And White's insistence on quality humans didn't sound like branding. It looked like basketball.
I think it just says a lot about who we have as human beings. That was one of the things that we made a priority in the offseason of, who we bring into this organization. Number 1, quality human beings, selfless human beings that want to pull for one another, that understand. We have this depth for a reason, and sometimes it creates challenges getting people on the floor. But in situations like this is why you have it. And I'm just, she's right. I mean, as a pro. And as a pro coach, this is one of the most connected groups I've seen.
So ask yourself this. When Clark is back in uniform, what version of Indiana do you want to see? For me, it's the team from this game, plus the best shooter in the gym. Keep the ball popping, keep the sacrifice, keep the joy. Let Clark be the accelerant, not the crutch. Do that, and nights like a 22-point rout stop being surprises. They become the expectation. Credit Chicago for showing up hungry. Credit Indiana for making them leave with the same appetite. The scoreboard says blowout, the tape says blueprint. And for a team that had every reason to wobble, the Fever just showed the league what happens when you stay connected, keep shooting, and refuse to hand your season to circumstance.